Want to learn more about the dynamics between men and women? Then check out the multi-part video series I have explaining the masculine and feminine energies. Access the link and watch it now. All right, what's up? It's your boy Reemus. In this video, we're going to be talking about the fact that you need to stop hanging around with non-masculine men, which really is feminine men, right? Men without masculinity. This really can go for guys and girls, but it kind of is more directed to the men, because this is the thing, right? We're living in a world where men aren't being in their masculine energy, right? They're not being men, they're not being manly men. This would never have been a problem decades ago, before the attack on the masculine energy, but it is the case now. Now, what I've realized is that, well, first I'll say this, when we talk about the attack that has happened for decades, it's interesting. I always see this quote come up, and it says, hard times create strong men create easy times create weak men, I believe, create bad times create strong men. So it's like a cycle. And we're in the time where we're really in good times when you look at history, created by the strong men before us. But we're now living in a pandemic of weak men, as I say. And what comes with that, as I've said, is problems, lack of stability, and so on. So I realized on a micro personal level that problems come with men who are not in their mature masculinity. Now, by the way, if you want to learn the principles of mature masculinity, click in the link in my description and download the free book. It's called The Principles of Manhood. But by the time this video comes out, I don't know, maybe I will have removed it, because I don't want to keep that book for free any longer. So if you do actually happen to see this video, go in the link ASAP, because it might not be there for long. However, problems come with men who are not mature masculine. So I'll give you an example. If you have a man who is not in his masculine energy, these men tend to be unstable. They lack stability, they lack a plan, they lack structure in their life, and you see the chaos or the problems that come with it. It's just almost like a rule that I can just follow. I stick to this, I see it. I remember one time I was hanging out with some guys, and they ended up bickering over something that really wasn't that big of a deal, right? But at one point, one of the guys, it was his fault why something had happened, let's just say that. But because he's a man who's not in his mature masculine, he didn't take accountability and responsibility for it. And I saw him blaming someone else, which of course exacerbated the issues and the problems of that situation. And I remember thinking to myself, this would never be a problem if, this was a man who was in his mature masculinity. But I'm around chaos right now. Why? Because these men lack mature masculinity. It's as I said, it's almost like a rule where there's no leadership, where there's no strong strength in men, chaos will follow. Now, what will also follow is chaos in terms of the girls that come around. So let's say your friend, he's a man, but he lacks this masculine structure, which I'm talking about. When his girl comes around, she will, because she's a reflection of him and she will be chaotic energy, she's going to bring chaos to the situation. So if you see this a lot with Karens I've found are usually women who actually have a man. And when we say Karens, we mean that old woman who is always bickering, grumpy, and lashing out at other people. A lot of the time she has some sort of masculine figure in her life. But what I realize is that the masculine figure that these women have that are a bit crazy, they don't respect. They actually don't respect them. So they're very quick to resort to not respecting other men, because the first reference or the closest reference they have as a man is someone who they don't respect. So if you have a friend and he lacks masculinity and he has a girl and she's in the situation, she's just more likely to disrespect you in some form or fashion, right? And he won't be able to, keep her on track or something like that. So whatever it takes to, you know, put her in her place or add stability back into the situation, he cannot do it because she doesn't respect him. And that is a common thing with a man who lacks masculinity. If you see girls with men that they don't respect, again, they quickly resort to treating and interacting with the world in that way. It could be like she's in a stadium and she gets into an argument with the bouncer, a big 6-foot bouncer, because her man is sitting there and he doesn't know how to say, babe, sit down. This is not the time or place for that. And she gets into a fight with him. And now the friendship group has to get into that battle too, you know, to defend her. Or I've seen videos where a guy will be in the taxi and there are women who are around men that they don't respect. They're in the back of the taxi and they're abusing and belittling the cab driver because they're a little bit drunk. But if they was around men that they respect, that would never happen. So I've just realized that chaos usually follows men who are not masculine, and I just don't intend to be around them if I can avoid it, you know? So anyway, I want to know what you think. Maybe you think this is harsh, and I really don't mind. Comment down below, let Reemus know, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Want to learn more about the dynamics between men and women? Then check out the multi-part video series I have explaining the masculine and feminine energies. Access the link and watch it now.